Allan, thank you for taking time to speak with us after the panel. Can you talk about why you came here today? What brought you to Benzinga?
Oh, I wanted to tell the Emerald story, and it's a pretty exciting story, and I got to do so with some old friends and colleagues on that panel, which is always a wonderful opportunity.
Awesome.
We're growing, we're executing consistently, and through our partnership with Village Farms, through the Pure Sun Farms joint venture, we're scaling up to 50 acres under glass of cannabis cultivation, 25 acres currently licensed by Health Canada today. Wow. And we've got an amazing facility we're building out in Quebec, up to 88,000 square feet. That's the Vertalead facility, to really build out a consistent and strong supply mix that we think is going to just take off in the Canadian marketplace.
That's great. And then with your growth, do you attribute that to the evolution of the market, like what you were talking about, how Canada has evolved, or is it the company just growing as a standard company?
Emerald, I mean, we can't say any of these companies are standard, and Emerald is unique, in my opinion, in their thoughtful, strategic approach. This was a company that, in a rapidly changing environment, cautiously and continually executed well in terms of production capacity, directly and through partnerships through the Pure Sun Farms joint venture. And we're starting to see the beginning of the results come to shape, and that's a wonderful thing to be a part of. And
can you kind of expand on that Emerald plan? What was that approach like? Was it always that way, or did you come from a different evolution?
Emerald is a purposeful company that really is driven by science. We're founded by doctors and medical professionals and scientists, and everything is put through a life sciences, health and wellness lens. Now, that doesn't mean dried flower won't be sold purely as dried flower for the adult use marketplace, but it's a thoughtful, strategic approach that looks at maximizing value over the long term, and that's exactly what Emerald is doing.
And then over that long term, where do you see Emerald going next? What's the next steps to continue maximizing?
Well, I mean, we have some pretty exciting things in the hopper. I mean, some of which is already publicly disclosed. We have a partnership with Indina, we have the joint venture with Pure Sun Farms, but we also have a partnership with the Factors Group, which is publicly disclosed as well, and that will bring incredible capacity for the production of nutraceutical and nutraceutical products at a massive scale. And we believe in building upon the experience of our partners to really build on each other's strengths, and that's something I think is unique in the Canadian landscape.
And why do you think that's unique to the Canadian landscape? Is it that first-to-market advantage, or is it something else?
This is a frenetic environment, and it takes a lot of willpower and strength to say no sometimes and be cautious and be disciplined. And that's exactly what Emerald is all about, and that's exactly what our partnerships are built on. We're building on those strengths, and I'm seeing, as someone who's been in many different roles in this industry, a plan really coming together. And it'll take some time for it to be fully built out, but wowzer, this is going to be a rock star show.
And maintaining that discipline with such an evolving market, and internationally and domestically, is it difficult at times to keep it, or like you said, does the company stay the course because it's within its sort of structure?
This business takes a lot of discipline, but so does getting a PhD or becoming a medical doctor. And those are the people we have leading our organization. And that, I think, is built into the entire ethos of the organization and how we operate. And so I think that background, that scientific focus, that proven life sciences experience really differentiates Emerald from the rest of the pack. And our partnerships with Village Farms really have allowed us to execute farming on a massive scale.
And then stepping back from Emerald and just looking at Canada in general, how have you seen the evolution of the market over the past few years? Where are we at now, and where were we?
It's been remarkable. It's been an absolute remarkable journey. I started with one of the smaller LPs and did their comms as they did an RTO. And then one of the greatest honors and privileges of my life was working with the entirety of the industry to form the Cannabis Council of Canada, which really helped support all of us as we went through C45 and navigated that first stage of legalization. The scale and growth and the new faces over that period has been remarkable. I remember early on we'd have meetings of various companies with 20, 30 people in the room, and that would represent the industry. Now you need the Metro Toronto Convention Centre just to have some of us.
Right. Yeah, and then where do you see Canada's position in the market as the world starts to embrace legalization slowly? Will Canada remain at the top, or will it be a little bit more competitive?
It will be a bit more competitive, but we have the intellectual property, we have the capacity, we have the lived experience of operating under a federally legalized system. And I think Canadian companies will retain first mover advantage, but it will become a more crowded space in the future. And I believe that Emerald will be one of those winners.
Will the benefit of partnerships increase as the competition grows?
Exponentially. exponentially it will increase. That's why we're so proud of the relationship we've forged with Village Farms, and we're so proud of our Pure Sun Farms facility.
And just to add on to the partnership aspect of it, what does Emerald look for in a partner? What are the intangibles that it seeks out? Discipline,
purpose, and ability to execute.
And then do you see, I know you can't really speak to any, but do you see additional partnerships, or does Emerald's future, does it kind of see it growing its partnerships or working within the group that it has?
We have a lot of things in the hopper. Just keep watching us. Good things will come.
We definitely will. Allan, thanks so much for taking time to speak with me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one.